Can't even see. Go rinse your eyes off. Ada. I like your little teeth. Ada? You thought Ada was upstairs? It's a huge blanket. Whoa. Going to your jewel. Ew. That was especially drool. I can see it from here. Oh. You're very drooly for those, Ada. I think you're eating fur now, Ada. I'm recording.
Okay, open. Ah! Oh my gosh, it is adorable!
So sneaky. Okay. What is this? Oh,
It's parrots
birdies.
boogieing.
Cool.
It's parrots boogieing on a jukebox. And now for the candy.
I love it.
Hey, only 8 days till my birthday.
Oh my goodness. So big. Oh, Ada's coming to check it out. Every day, these wooden
All right.
drawers.
I got a chocolate ball.
I think she's
M&Ms,
making sure you're
and a
safe.
Rolex.
Presents.
Yep, the tree is filling up. No, they've seen me wrapping them all because I've been filming myself wrapping.
I'm going to just
They
open
know what's
one.
in there.
One!
They all know.
I want to open one.
No, you're not opening any.
Nobody tell us what's in there.
No one's going to tell you. You're not opening any. Put them down.
Looks like my...
Well,
Whoa, careful.
I think it's mine.
Wait,
That one's mine.
Okay, can you guys clean up your Minecraft calendars? Yesterday you were saying you didn't want any presents because you wanted to save money. Don't you
I
remember
do.
that? And now you're whining about, I only got 4.
I don't get any.
The winds have changed.
Where are my presents?
You're going to get presents. Don't worry. They're still coming.
Why
Here's some right here. I feel like
I don't
this
know.
one's a
For whatever
book,
reason, those came first.
And this one's probably some kind of a board game for you.
Oh, you tried. Your little child heart isn't ready to give up presents yet. But I love you for thinking it.
And this one is for me.
Are we getting a close-up of your eyes right now?
Hatchimalag, and then this also feels like a Hatchimalag, and it's for Joshua. Bobby, you get a Hatchimalag. Here's another one of your presents.
Why are you opening things?
I'm not opening them. I'm feeling them.
Don't say stop ruining. Don't ruin things. No. Don't ruin Christmas.
I
Well,
want
it might not be actually. Could be a car or something.
Or maybe I put something inside of something plastic that felt like an egg.
Oh, that's tricky. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Oh, wait, no, it has my name. It said Joshua on it somewhere. Okay. Bobby, what do you think this one's going to be? Bobby, what does this sound like to you? Does it sound like a board game?
No, it sounds like tiny lightsabers.
Tiny lightsabers.
No, Bobby, that would be marked with your name.
So is this my candy now? You left it here. Oh. What are you doing?
Hi.
It's my favorite ornament.
Hey, give me back my candy
One
box.
of their favorite.
Hey.
Hey, don't fight each other. Make sure you throw your trash away. Don't leave it inside. Thank you.
Hey, you're getting
Yeah! Hey!
What?
Well, I get M&M's.
Yeah.
That's it. You want my Rolo?
No.
Okay.
I know you like them.
Caramel.
All right. So I did run out of yarn, which I expected to. My desk is kind of messy. It's my work desk. Anyway, this is how far I got on the mittens. So I have two more increases to do for the thumb gusset, and then I will, separate those out and do the tops. So I am going to add this brown on. It's a little bit more warm than the brown that was on there, but it's not going to be close to that part of brown at all. So I think it's going to be good, and it's a nice neutral. So the tops of the mittens will be brown, and then the thumbs will also be brown. So this is just some brown yarn from my stash. It is Voyager Yarn Tahoe, which is a DK weight yarn, so it's also going to be a slightly different weight. I was hoping I had some Spud and Chloe. I do, and it's technically a brighter gold, so my other option is to do that gold and have it be brighter. Or I could technically do gold holding double with some mohair, and I think that'll like dull it down a little bit to make the palette go with it better. So I don't know what I'm going to do, because it's worsted weight and it does feel a lot more like this yarn. So I might separate them and try both, because I think this one would be good if I finished it out with gold and this one with brown. I don't know what I want to do. Obviously I'm going back and forth a little bit. So maybe I need to stop and think about it. My little Christmas hedgie went on these. I'm using a lot of Christmas markers. This one, I've had this set for a long time. It's got a little house, a train, a Christmas cupcake, and I think a Santa hat. I don't remember. They're all kind of iridescent like that. And then I've got random markers on the other side. That's just to mark where this little slip stitch detail happens in the middle of the hand, which is kind of a cute feature. It's fun. So anyway, those are going to just sit in the bag for right now, and I think I'm going to transition over to casting on some little Christmas socks for Joshua. Okay, all ready to go for work. I did a face mask last night, so this is better this morning, and hopefully it'll be gone soon because it really hurts. So I'm going downstairs. I'm wearing all cables today, I just realized. So this is my French toast pullover that I knit. Gosh, it's been a couple years now. It is out of my first hand-dyed sweater quantity that I ever bought, which was Gaia's Colors Fiber Arts. She was a dyer in Canada. She no longer dyes yarn, but she did all like gods and goddesses themed yarns. So anyway, this is a gorgeous emerald green. It is like my favorite green, and I love this sweater so much. I still have some of it, so I was thinking about doing a navy blue with like this color as the contrast for the yoke, and making the, gosh, it's one of the Skandir Knits patterns. Losna? I think it's Losna. But I wanted to knit that, and I just haven't done it yet. But anyway, I love this green, so I'm really happy about being able to wear it. And it's warm enough that the 3/4 sleeves is okay. It's worsted weight, so it's still really warm even with 3/4 sleeves. I don't know what's going on with my hair today. This is a sticking it up kind of day. My hair is like super long too. It's doing all kinds of weird stuff in the back. But like, it's all the way up on the top of my head, and it's still like lower than my neck. It's ridiculous. So yeah, let me show you my socks. These socks are called the French Quarter socks. And I'm pretty sure these are the socks that killed my mojo for knitting patterned socks. Because since these, I've never knit another pair of highly patterned socks. These are the last ones that I did. And I used to do lots and lots of patterned socks. That was like the thing I was into for many years, was knitting socks. And I have a lot of sock knitting books like Cookie A and Chrissy Gardner. Here, I'll show you. This is all a sock shelf full of Ada hair. Let's ignore that for the moment. So yeah, I've got this little box of socks. I've made a lot of these. The knitting socks with hand-painted yarn, around the world in knitted socks. You can see Nancy Bush. I've knit a lot of Nancy Bush socks. Wendy Johnson socks. So my two favorite books, I would say, from this shelf are the Favorite Socks, 25 Timeless Designs from Interweave. I've knit probably 5 pair out of that one. And this one, Knitting Vintage Socks by Nancy Bush. I have knit almost every single pair of socks out of this book, including the baby socks. I've knit them for family, for gifts. So those are both really good sock books if you're kind of looking for one that's going to catch everything. Those I would highly recommend. And then I really like this little box of socks. I use those patterns a lot too because they're each a little card. So here, I'll show you. So it comes in this nice box, and it's magnetic on the side. And then you get a little card. You can tell I've knit with these at one point, and apparently I didn't clean them off when I put them away. But the pattern is inside of the card, and you can mark on it because it's laminated, so you could use like those water-based, I don't know, the ones that used to be for overhead projectors. Kids probably don't even remember what overhead projectors were, but they were a thing when I was in school. Like, the teachers always used overhead projectors for stuff. And there were these wet erase markers. Those are what work on these cards. But, you know, there's a lot of great different socks in here. These are ridiculous, and I would never knit them, but someone might like them. Same for those. Like, that reminds me of the 80s. Remember when we used to, like, wear 3 layers of socks and bunch them down at our ankles so you could see all the different colors? Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, I've made these a couple times. I've made these. Made these. there's a lot that I've made in here. I've made those. So this was a great little box. I don't even know if it's still available anymore, but if you find it, again, I would recommend that. Knit socks like that anymore, so this shelf is basically not very useful at this point. But I think I might knit some of the knitting vintage socks still from the Nancy Bush book, because Kristen is having a knit along, the History Mal in her group, and it's like knitting anything that's 1950s or older, and some of these are from like the 1910s, 1920s, and I think there's a pair in there that are long, and I do want to knit a pair of knee-highs with my West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas yarn, the Fairy Lights colorway. Let's see if I can find it. And I just need some help on thigh shaping, adding in shaping. If there's not one in here, I will use, like, I've made some leg warmers before, and I'll use that kind of methodology. So while Excel decides it's going to not be angry with me anymore, I thought I would take you on a little tour of my plants. So this is like a flower thingy that Megwin made for me with tissue paper and Play-Doh and a stick from outside. This is one of the tulip tree branches that fell off. You can tell because there's a tulip thorn there. She made some more tissue paper flowers for me, and I have it in this vase. These are both from when I lived in Mexico. So this one, when we were, like, one of my friends was a vendor, and they had their own shop. And so when they went to Guadalajara, like what do you call it? Like a suburb of Guadalajara. We stayed with a family there that were friends of theirs, and so one of the people in that family painted this one for me. There's a sun and a moon on the other side of the turtle. And stars, and it's just gorgeous. I love it. And he has such a happy little face. So anyway, that's up there. And then this little vase, like, this is really cool how they do it. So again, like, I got it from that same family. So they coat the jar, like whatever jar you choose, in resin. And then they wrap yarn around it by hand, super tight, and make this really cool, you know, they make designs and stuff. So I have this little vase. Megwin made me some tissue paper flowers, so that's up on my desk. These are all the babies from my Pilea plant. A lot of them. Got my fun little Dobby there. And this is a birthday celebration from 2005. Burning a pumpkin souffle. KMD candles today. I have this little guy. I got him at like a thrift shop in... It's like a suburb or like a little city outside of Carson City, Nevada. It's a jewelry box. But I think he's super cute. He's got a little broken toe. And I think one of the little crown things got broken off by one of the kids. But I've had him for a long time too. This is my mini monstera plant. He's almost done with the leaves that it came with. So this leaf and this bit of leaf that's left were original leaves. And then this whole stalk from here on up is all leaves. It has grown since I've had it. So it's very happy, clearly, with its spot. This is a little Christmas ornament that Josh's grandma made for me with a picture she took of Josh and I and baby Megwin. So cute. And then over here, I've got, this is, my grandmother collected milk glass. So this is one of the pieces of milk glass that I got from her house when she passed away. Sometimes I have a plant inside of this, but right now I don't. This is a little succulent that really needs to be repotted, but I have it in this thing so it doesn't get water everywhere. Obviously my Akatar is back here. Whatever, the Christmas special book is missing. A Court of Frost and Starlight, sorry, that's upstairs. And then House of Earth and Blood is there as well, and that's where all my other KMD candles now are. Down here, this is the mommy Pilea plant. I've given a couple of baby plants to friends, but it's got another one right here that probably needs to come out and go to someone else or get its own pot. Basically, it's constantly growing little babies. This is Megwin's drawing of the sushi. This is a, what is it called? Pothos plant. This is an offcut of our plant that we call Vinely that's in my craft room. And I think it's growing roots now. Yeah, it is. So I am going to add it to the one that I have down here to fill out this pot. I'll probably put it in a bigger pot and then it'll be able to be on both sides. Right now this is only down one side, but this is another offcut that I did a couple months ago. Really, it was near the beginning of quarantine, so it's been growing for a little while at this point, but it does need to be repotted. This is my mini lime tree. So it's a dwarf lime. This is my Peperomia rosa. It has these cool little like fronds of flower that it puts out. Not currently blooming, but it's doing really, really well. I just repotted it into a bigger pot because it was growing. This is my Oncidium Twinkle orchid. I've gotten it to bloom one time in the 6 years that I've had it. It was last year that it bloomed, but it was spectacular. It smells like vanilla. It's a very light vanilla scent, and it's like teeny clusters of blossoms, but you'll get like 20 on each spray, so it's pretty cool. And then this is like a little, I think it's a zebra succulent. Again, it's got tons of little baby succulents off of it. When it started, it was just like this and maybe 2 other little fronds, and now it's all over the place. And these are froggy candle holders, but when I separate this, I'm going to put one in here too, because I think it looks like they have hair. So, yeah, I want to have that in both. There's my Throne of Glass Bible Pages books. I've got all my pom-poms here, my Making magazines, my Lane magazines, this Jules magazine book, and Vintage Knits. And I think that's it. That's all my plants. And I just looked into the sun briefly, but it still hurt. It sucked. Okay. Yeah. And if you haven't joined me before, I bolted up a lot of my fabric. So this is all the bolts of fabric. So these plants sit on a shelf in front of the bolts of fabric. And then that box is like all of my cross stitch projects that I've started, I think, and then where my Q snaps and my chart keeper live. And then ones I haven't started are in this little organizer here. They have like envelopes or little bags with the chart, the fabric, and the thread. And I have all my interweave knits from various years between these two. Yep, that's pretty much everything that's in there. Dear God, it's so sunny. All right. Let's see. And I have started adding in that brown, like I said, on the top. So now I'm done with the thumb gusset. I just finished the row for the thumb gusset while I was waiting for the stupid Excel to stop crashing on me. So, yeah, when I'm off work, I should be able to put the thumb stitches on waste yarn and continue to knit the top of the mittens. So these should be probably done this evening, or maybe the mitten part will be done and I'll just have to do the thumbs. We'll be somewhere in there. Depends on what the kids want to do. And I got a couple more gifts that came in today, so I wrapped those. Sorry. I'm trying to wrap things as I go just so that the kids don't come home and see any of their gifts not wrapped. So the foam swords and shields for my sister came in, and then the book The Snow Queen from my mom. That is like one of Joshua's favorites, and we borrowed it from the library. It's a really beautiful picture book. It has a story too, but it has great illustrations, and he was so sad when we took it back to the library. He cried about not being able to read it anymore, so he will be very excited to have a copy of our very own that we can read all the time. Right now, his favorite book is Too Many Carrots and Dragons Love Tacos. Those are the ones we read the most frequently at night, so I will also be excited to have something a little bit different to read. Although the Snow Queen is really long, so there's some nights where I have to say no, we won't read it when we did have it, because it takes probably like a good 20 minutes to read it. And he doesn't always have that much stamina anyway. He'll fall asleep partway through. So, yeah. that is my plants and the top of my desk that I stare at every single day now that I'm in quarantines. So Ada has already knocked the phone out of my hands. I dropped it on the driveway. Thank goodness for otter boxes, because yeah, it would be a hot mess right now if I didn't have one. And she's desperately trying to get into the creek right now. Dude. Anyway, so we're out walking a little bit before it's dark. The sun is setting right now, about 4:30-ish. So it's almost dark, but I'm facing the sunset right now. Yeah, so today I ordered another pair of glasses. So that's good. I used up all the rest of my flex dollars. So I got the same frames, but in like a peacock green. So they're gonna be really pretty. I'm excited to have a second pair. So I can kind of switch them out. I've had only one pair of glasses for a really, really long time. I usually just get the one pair a year that I can get for free with my eye. Well, it's not really free, right? Because I pay for eye insurance. So the amount I pay is probably the equivalent of what the stupid glasses would be. But then I can only get glasses or contacts each year. And so I typically just get contacts and I keep the same glasses for years and years. But my glasses were, I think, 5 or more years old. And my prescription has changed a couple of times since I got them. So it was really hard to see. And they were all bent, so they didn't fit my face very well anymore. Hang on a second, I'm gonna put my other mitten on. So anyway, yeah, so I eventually got the ones I have now, and now I'm gonna have 2 pair, which will be nice. She's busy owning the place. She is right there. So anyway, yeah, today was like another very frustrating work day. So I am glad that it is done. This evening, I'm going to finish up the tops of the mittens and maybe the thumbs. And then if I get that done, I'm going to sew a button onto the top of the hat so I can put the pom-pom on there, because it's one of those furry pom-poms. So that way you can take it off when you need to wash the hat.